In the world of anime and manga, well, a lot of things get thrown away. Gone, abandoned, forgotten, never to be continued again. It's quite unfortunate. Even more unfortunate with how common it is. Some of these shows, they don't deserve it at all. Some of them literally do. Some of them we wish would get abandoned, but somehow never will. But when it comes to this whole phenomenon of abandoned anime, the three most popular, at least in my opinion, are Noragami, Magi, and Seraph of the End, which you all have probably heard of. Surprisingly enough, all three of these series are ones that I enjoy quite a lot. Well, two of them are in my top 10 and probably all of them are ranked in like my top 20 for me. I literally have my profile picture as Shinoa from Seraph of the End because she is my favorite character in all of anime. They're all great series in their own way. This holy trinity of discontinued products were very popular when they first came out with their anime and had a lot of things going for them. Good stories, good characters, great animation. You see, they were all blessed to succeed. So of course, they all got second seasons and, well, it just kind of dipped from there and on. You see, that whole popularity thing when they all came out only really applied to the first seasons, at least in two of these cases. Noragami season 1 got a lot of attention, but season 2 experienced a steep like 60% decrease in Blu-ray sales, and that's quite the big downgrade, and it's quite significant too, considering that Blu-ray sales are very important to anime, especially back in like, what, 2015? So Studio Bones kind of just scrapped the whole thing, despite building up for a third season in the season 2 finale. Because if you know Studio Bones, well, let's just say they enjoy their profit. And with that, the whole season 3 ideas have pretty much been beaten to death like a dead horse. Then we get on to Magi, one of my most underrated favorites of all time. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out right now. There might not be a season 3, but there is a full manga for you to read. Now, Magi is pretty similar, though I don't think it had as significant of a decline as Noragami did. However, when the anime did have its sort of revival with the Sinbad series after season 2 kind of disappointed for them, it flopped to all hell. More years later and there's still no season 3. The manga is over, which means popularity will die down, and the author is currently writing a new series that has its own anime adaptation in the works already, so at this current moment, it's safe to say that Magi is stuck in its own abandonment grave. Now, Seraph of the End is a bit of a different case because the anime actually did very well in both of its seasons. It was very popular at the time throughout its entire run, so it was safe to assume that it would continue in the future, you know, if it had not been for the fact that the anime caught up to the entire manga by the end of the second season. Add on top of that its very timely release schedule, we were going to have to wait a few years to get any kind of season 3 without going into a completely different direction from the manga. Which, I mean, sure, that's fine. We can be patient, you know, as long as we know we'll be getting more content. Lo and behold, nearly 6 years later, after season 2 ended, with well over 60 chapters of the manga released since then, and there is absolutely nothing. No news, no renewal, no confirmation, nada, nothing, zip zap, zero content since then. And yeah, I get it, we're supposed to be patient and we're supposed to wait a while, but you know, it's been 6 years. It's safe to say that there's not much care or interest in doing another season from the studio. The funny thing about this is that I planned on making this video a while ago, but didn't know when, just, you know, kind of have like a kind of filler video. And then, when I finally do decide to make it, there's some random rumors going around that say Magi is confirmed to return, and it'll be officially announced in September of this year, which got me quite interested. There were a few random news sites talking about it, and some Twitter accounts starting to spread it around. So, you know, I got at least a little bit interested. Of course, I go check just to make sure there's at least some sort of sources, but then when I look at the main source of all this information, and guess what? It's just another one of those clickbait articles that make you think there's a new season coming, you know, has release date information, all kinds of stuff, all that, but then they say there's nothing new in the works or nothing confirmed, which you will definitely find for all three of these shows and basically any other anime like this. It's so annoying. They just milk the hell out of that shit because they know people are desperate to see these shows come back, and so they're just gonna give them clicks. Who gave these people jobs? Like, I'm so deadass. Like, what has journalism become at this point? But enough about my ranting on journalism. Watch and read Seraph of the End, watch and read Noragami, watch and read Magi, and as kind of the end of this is just something I wanted to do for fun so that I had an excuse to talk about 3 shows that I really enjoy, despite the fact that their fan bases are kind of dead right now. But you know what? If there's no more Magi content coming out, then go read Orient and watch the anime when it comes out, even though the anime looks like shit.